because Vlad gets his items. Victor doesn't have as much mobility. He's fast with the Q, but if your Q is ever not available and if he takes a ghost flash, there's a possibility here with something on the unsealed spell.
And now he's going to make his way in. Is that seismic shove going to land? It is going to hit onto Life, who tries to get out. It isn't able to quite get in there. We do get the knock-up right on the edge as the last auto isn't there, and no, it's going to be the Ignite, and Hoyt picks up first blood on the bottom side.
Level 2 Talia damage timings and understanding of damage output from Damwon.
And also juking out the Zenith Blade that would have saved Life's life as well was really beautiful.
Life goes down, not overkilled by much in this case, but taken down. Nice gank timing and...
Yep. Phase Rush being picked up by Nuguri as well, so not necessarily the most common, as Peanut turns up in the nick of time and is going to land a lot of damage. But the Seismic Shove is going to at least get him out. Zenith Blade is going to knock down a lot of those little rocks on the ground, but that is not going to be enough for Canyon to survive through it. It will be a trade as Life falls down once again. 1 for 1.
Back to mid lane. We get the confirmation of that, yes. Remember, his flash is open. He can just flash over the fat part of the wall is what I was trying to get to. But instead, they're just hoping that he could escape on a sliver. Not to happen. They get the confusion there, and the damage comes through. But Showmaker, instead of teleporting to mid lane, comes bot, loses half a minion wave, but the answer...
Back, but already had that Runic Echoes completed. So now, once again, it's Peanut's chance, and here's the Wombo combo. I thought there might have been a Rakan there, but I could have also been...
Bot lane is losing 2v2. Things getting a bit cleaner for the side of Gen.G.
Yep. Nuclear a little bit too far up here as Hoyt coming down doing the same thing, but here's the replay.
Nuclear had been spotting the ward there for a long time, but then stepped out of the brush. And so Hoyt was not to know that there was now a ward in there. Could have expected it, but didn't know for sure. And well, all the buttons were pressed and someone was dead.
Yes. And that have you coordinated this top lane dive? As QV might be a little bit surprised about this one as Canyon just steps up. There's a gravity field there, and look at that burst damage.
It does mean they know jungle is topside though, and we're going to see an Infernal for Rift Herald trade between the two teams.
Yep, Peanut knows that he's been spotted there
from
as well.
From a flank, it's probably going to be a multi-kill. So because of that, Gen.G have to be pretty on point with how they play this straight. Notice it's not a Infernal this time, it's Peanut.
Yeah, taking way too much damage there as the Arctic Assault was very late, but they just explode the Vladimir. It was all a bait the entire time. They trade 1 for 1 as Fly does end up going down, but that's not the team fight that Damwon wanted. They wanted to find a whitewash there, and instead they find themselves without their Vladimir.
And in desperation, they use multiple summoners there just to get a kill out of it because they're so worried that with Nuguri dying instantly, this could happen.
He's in so much trouble. QV still does a heck of a lot of damage as the death ray not quite enough, but the Chaos Storm got him the heck out of that fight, and Peanut has already started off this Drake health bars and what we need to be careful of, but Ruler still has a piercing arrow, and we've got 6 seconds on a teleport Vladimir that Gen.G needs to respect.
So important that they blow up Nuguri. Ends up being a 1 for 1, but because of the teleport, that's the last point that we have to note. An Ocean Drake in comparison to the Infernal. Nuguri comes in. Let's watch for a W timing. The CC bar once again is there, and it never actually ends from just the Glacial Prison being enough to take him down.
And it was so strange because it looked like Peanut had just AFK'd from his computer or something weird like that, but Gen.G needed.
So let's tell you what you need to look for. So here we go.
Yeah, lands the ult. Peanut trying to demonstrate that for us right away as Chains of Corruption not going to get in there as Canyon does his best to escape, but there was no...
Yeah, previously you needed kind of a Kindle Gem into a Knight's Vow, but with the extra health per level, getting that confirmation now that you can go back to the old build and for 2 items be a very beefy Sejuani.
And also go in, use that beef, and then come back out again, and then everything's okay. They do get themselves an Infernal Drake here to Damwon. There's going to be 2 available for them, augmenting their Ocean Drake they already picked up. Still in some control, still able to push this one forward, but the gold is in favor of Gen.G. Can Damwon find the fights that they're looking for? They're looking for it now as in goes the quickness. Grand entrance there, but Ruler does have the flash to get him out. The weave as well, the Vanguard's Edge. Massive damage coming in from Fly, but Life is getting taken down. The Vladimir is still gigantic, and the Aurelia is going to fall. Crimson Rush not there, but the Chaos Storm is going to fall down. It's a 1 for 1, another grand entrance, but Hoyt has to get himself out of there, so brittle.
Potentially arming. Damwon walks up.
Yeah, QV, the flash from Nuclear, actually just trying to burst him down. He's so close to dead, but is going to pick up the kills. And now Life, there is nothing he can do. He's a facilitator, not a killer. That Zenith Blade is...
Damwon are the other new hopefuls joining them. We watch the replay here. It begins with a Talia wall into an excellent engagement. I love this as set point play. The ult doesn't get any value onto Ruler, so no fear beyond death. And while they start the advance here, there's no further capitalization, and Ruler can't get too many autos into the fight.
And Showmaker's Disdain actually just pulled the Aurelia away from Hoyt so that she didn't have time to activate, had to go straight into the Hourglass.
And have a QSS effect. Stopwatch up on the Xayah and also the Talia.
And the classic Weaver's Wall just to get them out of the way of this turret as the Baroned up minions, not going to go down anytime soon, and this one is about as free as it can get. Damwon looking so clean with their macro play all series long. That was our question for them when we started this. It's continuing to look good as they want to blow up the Vladimir yet again, but he gets the Sanguine pull-up. Hoyt able to stop the Leona from being able to further CC the Vladimir. They managed to pick him up before he can get out of there again. Of course, Leona not so good at doing that, and already Showmaker makes his way to the mid lane.
They just don't have the burst damage to kill him, even though his pull was late. It didn't matter. That means they lose out in every single way. Showmaker gets most of the inner turret. Bot lane inhibitor turret goes down, and Gen.G, they're on the ropes.
Yeah. This Nexus, only a couple of turrets there, but Nogari, he's just going to get rid of the champions underneath his Ruler. See you later, mate. You are not going to survive that Hemo Plague as two members die in the blink of an eye. Fly looking on in horror from the relative safety of his fountain, but how much safety actually is that as life turns up, wonders why everyone is dead. You're going to have to go home. It's a 2-0 for Damwon Gaming in their debut game at the LCK.
What a statement to be made by the new challenger team.